This is the 2008 to 2013 MCI D4500CT review. These are the 2008 and 2013 models of the MCI D4500CT series. They were built by Motor Coach Industries, introducing revolutionary technology to New York City as they displayed their presence throughout all 5 boroughs. 95 of them were ordered, numbered from 2210 to 2304. 2210 to 2250 are 2008 units, whereas 2251 to 2304 are 2013 units. Now for the deliveries. 2210 to 2228, 19 units were delivered to Castleton Depot. Moose Power! 2229 to 2250, 22 units were delivered to Spring Creek Depot. 2251 to 2285, 35 units were delivered to Queens Village Depot. 2286 to 2304, 19 units were delivered to Charleston Depot. The 08s were mostly split between New York City Bus and MTA Bus. None of the 2013 models, however, went to MTA Bus. The main purpose of delivery for this order was to displace the 1997 to 1998 MCI 102 DLW3SSs and the 1800 to 1900 series at Castleton Depot to Castleton and Queens Village depots. Replace many of the GMC, TMC RTSs and Orion 5 CNGs at Spring Creek, displace the MCI D4500s from Queens Village to Staten Island while giving their fleet a full upgrade in the process, and to displace some of the DLW3SSs at Charleston. Let's discuss the features. These buses have many of the same specs as their predecessor MCI brethren, but with a few notable differences. The window count remains the same, as well as the seat count, but the front panel underneath the windshield is now white with a blue stripe instead of a metallic gray, making them like the D4500CTs at New Jersey Transit. All the units have a slanted windshield, front doors which revolve outwards, 7 windows and a second door on the right, 8 windows on the left, 3 steps to board it, and a high stature. Like other express buses, these buses contained USB ports and luggage racks, as well as the Omni payment system. They also have Wi-Fi. The 2008 CTs featured the same side sign as the 2004 to 2007 D4500CLs, but the 2013 D4500CTs feature a much wider and clearer sign, offering 2 lines of text instead of 1. The difference in signage is comparable to the 2nd Gens and 2nd Gen Pluses. The 2008s have Illuminator Horizon sign, whereas the 2013s have Illuminator Titan sign. The 2008 models have the same interior layout as the D4500CLs, no changes whatsoever, but the 2013 models are much more comfortable and exquisite than the D4500CLs, with a different seat pattern. All units have 47 passenger seats like the CLs. They also feel more advanced, which is a contribution that the softer lighting makes as well. But due to the heavy mileage and toll that these buses receive on Staten Island, you are definitely prone to feel rattling on your commute. These buses are powered by the Caterpillar C13 engine like the D4500CLs, in contrast to the 2002 D4500s, which were powered by Detroit Diesel Series 60. The front headlights have a cooler style to them, kind of like the Excelsiors. The back of the bus is also notably different from the D4500CLs. Unlike the MCI D4500CL back design, which is bland and rigid, the CTs have a lot going on for theirs. They have really cool vent panels, triangular rear warning lights, and top lights which the CLs do not possess. I also like how the back curves inward towards the bottom of the bus. The sides of the bus are almost exactly the same as the CLs. save for the vents at the back. And the lighter trim on the 2013 CTs looks kinda weird, to be honest. On the windows, I mean. For the most part, these buses remained in their respective depots for their 8 to 13 years of service, with a few exceptions. 2210 to 2228 were transferred from Yukon to Castleton Depot in 2012. 2285 was shifted from Queens Village to Charleston in 2018. 2247 to 2248 were shifted from Spring Creek to Yonkers to increase their total to 80 buses and provide extra rush hour fleet boosters, and 2249 to 2250 were shifted to Eastchester. All 4 buses were transferred in 2016, but 2249 and 2250 were sent back to Spring Creek in 2019. 2299, 2301, and 2302 were loaned to Queens Village in 2019. 2286 and 2290 were shifted from Charleston to Castleton as long-term loaners, I believe in 2021. Other than that, the D4500CT fleet didn't transfer around too much, that is until 2021. When the 2021 Prevost hit Meredith Depot, they displaced the 2015 to 2016 Prevost to Castleton Depot, which removed the 2008 D4500CTs there to MTA bus. When these buses first started to leave Castleton in May 2021, many thought that they were bound for retirement, as their farebox and radios were removed. However, this is common when a bus transfers from New York City Transit to MTA bus. Many also thought that they would hit service at Eastchester, as they were transferred there initially. I'm just glad that they didn't meet the same fate as the 2008 Next Gens, at least for now. It was said, however, that the 2008s were built with more defects and less quality than the 2013 models, and of course the 2013 models, being 5 years newer, have more advanced technology and convenience for the drivers. I mean, look at these differences! They're incredibly stark. The 2008s practically had caveman technology in comparison to the 2013s. However, I'm sure that the mechanics will fix the CTs from Castleton up real nicely so that they could be fit for MTA bus. It feels kinda weird that the 2008s were a transition to a new era of express buses, while the 2013s were a perfecting of that era. The 2013 D4500CTs felt like a referendum on the shortcomings of the 2008s. I never really used to fan these buses. I always looked at them as being cool, intrepid, and exotic, but I was always too busy with other endeavors to incorporate them into my fan trips. I only saw them one time, with 2224 on the X10. Most of my fanning of these buses came in 2020 and 2021. In 2020, I fanned them just for fun, seeing 2291 on the Sim 8 and 2247 on the BXM1, after a bird almost left a gift on my head. Maybe bird poop was lucky. Anyways, I also saw 2290 on the Sim 3C when I was looking for flip.MCIs in 2021. I also saw 2228 on the Sim 1C without even trying. I really started fanning these buses in May 2021 when it was presumed that they were going to retire, which is when I was able to locate 2217, 2220, 2223, and 2228 in Midtown Manhattan. I also got to see 2286, which at the time was still a long-term loaner at Castleton from Charleston. That's when I really started to appreciate these buses and how unique they were to the system. It was also the first time I noticed that the side sign was the same as the D4500CLs. I really appreciate the fact that these buses remind me of the newer cousins at New Jersey Transit, and give me a glimpse of what our express bus network would look like if we had gone the route which they did, in ordering new CTs every year. I continued to fan them throughout May and June in Midtown Manhattan as I prepare for the 2008s to completely leave Staten Island. Luckily, through a delay in the 2021 Prevost order due to an issue at Volvo, we were able to enjoy the 08 models on Staten Island for a slightly extended amount of time. Though their memory will endure for a little while longer, they will eventually get retired in the next series of capital plans. I give this fleet an 8 out of 10 overall. The 2008 specifically get a 7 out of 10, and the 2013s get an 8.5 out of 10. These are definitely buses which stand out and will remain in memory, though their time at Staten Island was partially cut short. I definitely enjoyed fanning them alongside the D4500CLs from Staten Island, and I hope that the 2008s get to enjoy the rest of their lives at MTA bus. As for the D4500CTs as a whole, it's looking like they may potentially be the last MCIs of Staten Island and Brooklyn. With that said, hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and share. Please subscribe, stay healthy, and stay fruitful. And remember, MCI has these MCIs too.